Are you a party rental owner who wants to have a waiver signed online before the service is rendered? Check out this view from the Jobs List page that you get with Rental Setup. This job is for two inflatables. You can see the signature on the screen. I'm going to click on the View Waiver button to view the waiver the customer signed. As you can see, the signature is attached to the PDF. You can click the Download button at the top right. This is what the downloaded waiver looks like. You have the file with the signature automatically attached. In order for the system to know where to attach the signature to the waiver, you should use the Waiver Builder rental setup supplies. This is what the Waiver Builder looks like. You can add your text content on the right side, and a preview of the PDF will show up on the left. This is the product page where customers sign the waiver. Above the signature, the text of your waiver is shown. Towards the bottom, the signature pad is shown, and you can add other text fields that will appear on the waiver, like the customer's name or initials. Let's submit this job with the signature that the customer signs on the website. To view job information like the signed waiver, we are going to go to the Jobs List page. To see the signed waiver for the job, click the View Waiver button for the job. That brings up the waiver in a dialog. Look here, you can see the signature and the name the customer typed in on this PDF. Before, when I was showing you the Waiver Builder, I put the text Update at the end of the title. That made this waiver unique, and you will see how to copy this waiver to a different product soon. Let's take a closer look at how to build and customize the waiver. I'm going to click on the View Products button at the top of the page. Each product page can have its own waiver. On this products list page, you can see which products will have a waiver shown to the customer when they check out from the product page. Notice how the first product says that a waiver exists. The second product doesn't have that label, so the waiver for that product doesn't exist yet. Let's make that waiver now by clicking on the Go to Edit Page button. Remember, we use the Waiver Builder to tell the system where to attach the signature. On the Edit page, let's scroll down to the Waiver section and click on the Waiver Builder button. The button to save a waiver to the product is at the bottom of the right side, where you add the custom text that makes up the waiver file. The waiver comes with pre-filled content, and you are able to delete or modify the text blocks. Now I will show how to add your business info at the top. The first thing I'm going to do is add a logo. Make sure to select a standard image file like PNG or JPEG, because PDFs don't like all image formats. Now I'm going to enter text information for the business, like name and address. Usually, when you enter text, the change can be seen in the preview on the left. But now the left side doesn't show the changes for the business info we are typing in. But don't worry. If you click the button at the bottom of the preview that says Generate the PDF, you can see more accurately what the PDF contains. Here you can see that the business address and phone number are actually inside the PDF. Now I will show you a little more on how to update the waiver. Notice the title at the top says Equipment Rental Liability Waiver. I will now change the title to say New Title Waiver. Look, you can see it update in the preview section on the left. Do you see the top paragraph here? I'm going to delete that by cutting it out of the corresponding block on the right side. I could have also clicked the trash icon from the block to delete it. I will show you how to put the paragraph back by creating a new paragraph block. After clicking the paragraph button, an empty paragraph block is placed at the bottom of the content. To move the paragraph higher in the file, click the up arrow button on the block. Now the paragraph is back to where it was before it was deleted. You can add multiple paragraphs inside a paragraph block, so you don't have to copy each paragraph. You could just hit enter for a new line. I'm changing some text so you can see that the changes are seen in the preview section. Now I will change some text for a list item. By default, the only thing that is required for the customer to fill in is the signature. You can change the requirement settings with the button on the right. Let's say you want the customer to add other information in the PDF. I will show you how to add a customer address field. You can add another signature field and call it whatever you want, like initials. When a field has a green button that says Required, it means that the customer won't be able to continue placing the order until they submit the answer. I'm going to make it so that the customer has to enter their name when they see the waiver. This way, the name they entered will be seen on the waiver. Now I'm going to save our customized waiver and go to the product page to see what the customer sees when they get to the waiver section. On the product page, the customer will be shown an area to enter their customer information, the time of the job, and the waiver. They will be shown the waiver because we just saved one to the product. I'm entering the email address of the customer and the physical address for the event. Now I'm selecting the time of the event. Here's the waiver the customer sees. You see the title we created. These are the fields that are presented to the customer. Notice, the customer name is required. It has the asterisk. We made sure it was a required field when we clicked the required optional button before. Let's see what happens when we click Submit Waiver with the required customer name not filled in. You see a message shows that the customer name input is necessary to continue. The order won't go through. I'm going to go back to the Products Waiver Builder and click the required button off for the customer name input field. Then click the Save button at the bottom. To see that the customer's name is now optional, I will reload the product page so the new setting will be applied. This time when the Submit button is clicked, there is no error for the customer name's input, because it's optional requirement. The error message you see now is about the signature that is required. The two required fields are the customer signature and the initials of the customer, evidenced by the Waiver Builder settings. Now, with all the required fields entered, the job goes through successfully. Let's confirm that the job went through and look at the signed waiver. Click the Jobs Management button on the admin bar at the top, and then the Jobs List button in the drop-down. By the way, you will receive an email with the job details that looks like this. On the Jobs List page, I'm going to click on the View Waiver button to see the waiver for the job we just created. Here you can see the title we edited and the business information we supplied for the waiver. You can see we have the required fields placed on the waiver for us automatically. The signature and the initials. We set the customer name inputs setting to optional, and we didn't enter it when creating the job, so it's not on this file. So I hope you enjoy how Rental Setup automatically attaches a signature for you now. Now I want to demonstrate copying a waiver to another product. This is the edit page of a Castle Combo Slide Bounce House. The title of the waiver ends with the word Update. Now let me find a product without an existing waiver. In the process, I'm reminding you that you can see on the Products List page which product has a waiver. This product doesn't have a waiver, so I will click on the Go to Edit Page button to make a new waiver from the copy. Scroll down to the Waiver Builder button towards the bottom. To insert a waiver from another product, click the Copy from Another Product button. That will bring up a list of product names and their waiver titles for the products that have waivers. The waiver from another product I wanted to copy to this product had the word Update at the end of the title. Plus, the name of the product was Castle Combo Slide. So I will click on the appropriate Use This button. Clicking the button saves the waiver from that product to this product. Look at the title. The word Update is now on the title of this product. Since we are talking about automatically generating a PDF file, I want to remind you that you can generate a PDF based off the details of a job. On the Jobs List page, you see the timing of the job and the items needed for the job. To generate the invoice, click the date on the top right side. Then click the Revealed Invoice button. That brings up the Invoice page, where you can view the PDF with the customer and job information. You can add content like a message and delivery fees so it appears on the PDF invoice. Anyways, it may be possible to combine the job information, the liability waiver, and the signature in one file. But it doesn't exist yet. Let me know what you think. Now check this out. This obstacle course rental page has a waiver. This dual slide inflatable also has its own waiver. Both products are daily rentals. What happens if I add them both to a cart? Which waiver will be shown at checkout? Let's find out. I will add both rentals to a cart. Click the Go to Checkout button on the dialog. That takes me to the checkout page. You can see that there's no waiver shown for any of the products. To show a waiver for the checkout page, you do that through the Site Settings page. Since those inflatables are daily products, you should attach a waiver for daily products so it can be displayed on the checkout page. Currently, you can't display multiple waivers on the checkout page. So you should click on the timing style of the rental and add the waiver. The waiver saved here will be displayed on the checkout page. This video showed how to use the waiver builder. The waiver builder exists so that the system can understand where to attach the signature to a PDF file. This solves the problem of business owners having to manually attach a signature or asking the customer to sign the file again.